The following is a recorded broadcast of RTA 25 News at 10. This is RTA 25 News at 10.
Coming up when RTA 25 News at 10 returns, it's a special segment for some CTA enthusiasts, which involves the anniversary of a CTA bus fleet being pulled from service. That story when the News at 10 returns. Tonight marks 12 years since a recall from the Chicago Transit Authority when they announced that they were pulling accordion-style buses from service. So we take a look back at what really went down in our special segment, CTA and the NABI era. Around this time in February 2003, the Chicago Transit Authority unveiled a prototype model accordion-style bus made by North American Bus Industries. The buses were worth $431,000 apiece, contained 61 seats, and were ADA accessible. 225 more of them were expected to be delivered through the year of 2005. The $102.1 million contract was the CTA's first order of new articulated vehicles since 1983, as the replacement of the 7,300-man articulated buses that came from Seattle, Washington, were no longer suitable for future operations.
People are rediscovering transit, and as they are, we're doing everything we can to be able to carry all of our increased numbers of customers.
Shortly after the CTA put these buses into service, structural cracks and defects were becoming apparent, which included poor suspension, faulty rear doors, and the appearance of cracks in the articulated Hubner joint.
That's a very dangerous thing to happen. The front of the bus could keep going and the rear will be wherever it was at.
After paying nearly $88 out of the $102 million contract, the CTA did ask NABI to fix the issues or take these buses back. NABI assured the CTA that the issues would be corrected. After failed negotiations, it made the CTA stop making payments on the buses in 2004, which led to NABI filing a lawsuit against the transit agency. Shortly after getting notice of being sued, the Chicago Transit Authority ended up clapping back with a countersuit. It was later revealed that there was a letter sent to the Federal Transit Administration written by former CTA President Ron Huberman in September 2008, requesting to have the buses quickly removed from service as soon as possible in order to prevent putting more CTA passengers in danger.
We have to replace them with smaller buses. So there is an impact in terms of the amount of people who can ride the buses during this period.
In February 2009, the CTA pulled the entire NABI fleet out of service after more design flaws were discovered on buses and as litigations between both companies were in progress. All 226 of the buses were parked at several CTA garages across Chicago as inspections and testing had continued.
Once the inspections are done, and if it is determined by our expert that the buses are safe, then we will return those buses to service.
In 2010, the Tribune reported that the CTA tried to go after parent companies who had deeper pockets than NABI. A Cook County judge said the CTA had no proof of legal basis to sue NABI's parent companies, the Traxxas Group and Cerberus Capital Management, which is an investment firm based in New York. However, that effort was revived after Forrest Claypool was appointed as CTA president by former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel. In 2012, the CTA was finally able to begin selling all the buses for scrap and launching an expedited appeal from a judge's ruling, barring the agency from trying to recover millions of dollars from NABI. The CTA recovered $31 to $36 million over 5 years. New Flyer has been a major manufacturer for CTA's accordion buses since 2008 and 2012, replacing the N.A.B.I Fleet.